Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news, Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
At North Fork Animal Clinic, we're more than your pet's health care. We're your neighbors. We combine top-quality veterinary care with the availability you can count on, keeping tails wagging and pets thriving. And as proud supporters of youth sports in Southern Ohio, we're committed to helping our whole community grow strong. North Fork Animal Clinic, caring for pets, supporting our community.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Rathkamp Financial is a comprehensive financial services firm committed to helping our clients improve their long-term financial success. Our customized programs seek to grow, protect, and conserve our clients' wealth by delivering personalized service and expertise. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member, FINRA SIPC. Please call us at 740-775-1040 to schedule a consultation.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget, as well as 60 months 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the SHAC Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place. And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
Experience the hometown Chevrolet difference. Check out our huge selection of Silverado trucks, Equinox SUVs, and the latest Chevy models. Priced to move and ready to hit the road today. Plus, with the Hometown Advantage, you get free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no extra cost. That's real value and real peace of mind. Your Hometown Chevrolet is proud to be your trusted local dealer of new and pre-owned inventory, delivering unbeatable deals and top-notch service. Visit us today at 501 West Emmett Avenue in Waverly or start shopping online at yourhometownchevy.com.
For 175 years, the Glockner name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise from our family to yours.
Have you experienced simply brilliant fiber internet? Yeah, that's Glow Fiber. Lightning fast internet that keeps up with your busy life. A reliable fiber-to-the-home network whether you're working, learning, playing, or streaming. And best of all, Glow Fiber has real local support from real people who are happy to talk to you. And switch now for your first month free. Faster, more reliable fiber internet with real local support. Glow Fiber. Simply brilliant.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery, tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday Night Boys Basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. I'm Shane Combs alongside John Bruce. We're coming to you from inside the Southern Hills Athletic Conference as this evening the Eastern Warriors welcome the Lions from Fairfield. And John, as I said on the SOSA podcast, overtime over the weekend here, there's something about the Southern Hills Athletic Conference and how they love their basketball. Someone like me, a basketball junkie, growing up loving the sport and continuing through coaching and media work and all sorts of things, I always get a little jealous of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference, if I'm being honest. And every time I get a chance to come be a part of it, I really, really look forward to it. And you just kind of feel it throughout the gym here this evening. Got the pep band going, nice crowd, good energy in the gym. Talk to me about what makes this conference so special and how they love their basketball.
Well, the people. Like, that's one of the first things I think of with the Shack is you tend to you meet some really good people throughout, and it just makes things a little bit better. And because of the people and their passion behind things, it makes the basketball even better. It makes the different things a little bit better because they appreciate what is in front of them, and they're very knowledgeable as well. So that definitely makes things a little more fun as well when you get down here. And also the gyms, I really enjoy the gyms. A lot of them have a similar build, but when there are little differences, you really start to see them and appreciate them as well.
Well, and then always the product is good basketball. You have very skilled kids that make up skilled programs. You have outstanding coaching, and we certainly have that here this evening. Why don't we start here on the visiting side with the Fairfield Lions. It's a program that's really, really had success over the last 3 years. 18 wins, 22 wins, 24 wins if you look back through it. And they've got a group that has a little bit of experience back, and they're going to blend in some first-year guys. And this is a dangerous basketball team that I really, really liked on film. Talk to me a little bit about the Lions.
Yeah, it's a team that has a lot of talent, a lot of young talent now. They're dealing with some adversity as well. But you've got a really good point guard. You've got a really good scorer in Brody Smith, and that makes things definitely a dangerous team in this Southern Hills Athletic Conference.
Well, let's dig a little deeper into that roster. Brody Smith, man, he really jumps out at you on film. A terrific player, now a junior. Last year, John, is a sophomore, Division VII All-Ohio special mention, averaged 17 points a game, was number 2 in scoring in conference. Here's a stat that jumps out at me because I know you love your stats. 69 threes at 45%. So what I see on film is a scouting report that really is going to run him off the line and force him to put the ball on the floor. But it looks like he's tried to add that to his game a little bit more this year, too, getting downhill and just a dynamic score.
Yeah, being able to score at different levels makes him just a really dangerous player, really difficult to guard overall, because if you can score at, the three-point level, the two-point level, at the rim, and then at the line as well, you are very, very difficult to stop or even slow down throughout the game.
Well, no question about it. You look back to last year, all but a game or two in double figures. There in the first opener this year, with the Lions coming in at 0-1, they lost 45-41 to a really good Fayetteville team. He had 11 points. He struggled from the field a little bit, 3 of 13. So great players are always looking to bounce back. That makes him really dangerous here the other night. The other young man I wanted to highlight on the Lions side is Griffin Friend. He had 19 in their opener, had a real efficient night from the floor. He too is a junior, and he too is coming off a nice sophomore year. What do you like about his game?
Just a little bit of everything. He does a great job of finding the shooters, getting his shot when it's there, but also not forcing it. He does a great job keeping his head up. He cuts well without the ball, but he has a little bit of that Joe Ray game to him a little bit where it's kind of a little old man game. It can be difficult to guard, and if you give him an inch, he's going to take advantage of it, and he does that very well.
Hey, let's move over to the home side. The Eastern Warriors, obviously, Coach Rob Buechler, his resume speaks for itself. They too are in a consistent stretch here with 18 wins, and a year ago, 17 the year before. They start with a nice win over Lynchburg, 54-36 this past week, and here they are in their home opener. They say goodbye to some pretty good production, but then you look at what they have coming back. A senior, Braxton Vance, joins a long list of juniors, a really nice class, and Coach Buechler kind of has his type of team when I see their identity as I watched them in their opener the other night. What do you like about the Warriors?
Yeah, they're just they're a tough team. They've got a variety of guys that can score. It could be anyone on any given night. Vance is going to give them some really nice toughness inside. But, man, Chase Pinkerton runs the show for them, and he does it at an outstanding level. And he's added a little bit to his game in the offseason as well to make him even more difficult to guard as well for the Warriors.
Yeah, you mentioned Braxton Vance there. A senior had 17 in their opening win against Lynchburg. Matthew Dick, the 6'5 junior in the middle. So really good front line play. And as you mentioned, Dotson, Pinkerton, Raymer, Cluxton, all those guys will get involved. Would you say the difference maybe on paper coming into the night where Fairfield's looking to one or two guys to do a lot of their scoring, Eastern's going to look to spread the wealth a little bit?
Yeah, and I think that can make them really difficult to stop because they're not just reliant on one or two different guys, but a variety of scorers as well. Now, that ultimately can lead you to an upset at times because if you don't have that one go-to guy, and that could ultimately, I think that in the past has hurt them a little bit at times, but overall should create them a really deep team and a really interesting team to watch for. Now, one thing real quick before we get
got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget as well as 60 months 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news. Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Have you experienced Simply Brilliant Fiber Internet? Yeah, that's Glow Fiber. Lightning fast internet that keeps up with your busy life. A reliable fiber-to-the-home network whether you're working, learning, playing, or streaming. And best of all, Glow Fiber has real local support from real people who are happy to talk to you. And switch now for your first month free. Faster, more reliable fiber internet with real local support. Glow Fiber. Simply brilliant.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
Welcome back to Eastern High School. Shane Combs, John Bruce here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by the great support from Ohio Health. Appreciate you sitting back and watching some basketball with us here this evening inside the Southern Hills Athletic Conference. Coming up on the starting lineups, first for Eastern, number 1, Kane Dotson. He's a 5'9 junior. Number 10, Chase Pinkerton, 6'2 junior. 14, Samuel Raymer. He's a 6'1 junior. 32, Braxton Vance is a 6'2 senior. And number 55, Matthew Dick, the 6'5 junior. Again, for Coach Buechler, that's Dotson, Pinkerton, Raymer, Vance, and Dick. Over on the Fairfield Lions side, number 5, Brody Smith, he's a junior. Number 10, Caleb Rice, a junior. Number 14, Griffin Friend, a junior. Number 23, Zach Asherak, a senior. And 34, Quentin McIntosh, a senior. One more time here for the Lions. It's Smith, Rice, Friend, Asherak, and McIntosh. And John, as we get closer and closer to tip, I know we looked at the great guard play on the one side, the big-time front line on the other. Particular matchup that's jumping out at you that you're going to be looking at here early on, or is it just more of the good 5-on-5 where you have 2 really good basketball teams getting ready to go at it?
Well, there's a couple of them. When I look out, I really, at first glance, you really like the Chase Pinkerton against Griffin Friend point guard matchup. You know, we both played point guard. One of us was better than the other. It wasn't me. And, you know, we value point guard play. So excited to see how those 2 match up in this game. But also, I want to see how Quentin McIntosh can do against this big front line of Eastern. Because Matthew Dick, there's no way he's only 6'5". He is monstrous, and I think that he's going to be a definite matchup nightmare for whoever Eastern plays this year while he stays on the floor. If he stays on the floor, can stay out of foul trouble, if you can keep playing him. Now, if Fairfield can kind of spread the floor, make things a little more difficult for him to guard, I think that's when they can have some success. Because if not, you're slowing the game down, and then you've got to have someone's got to box out Braxton Vance because he crashes the boards like crazy. Carter Cluxton crashes the boards like crazy. So anything you can do to get Matthew Dick off the floor into foul trouble, I think is going to be vital for Fairfield in this matchup just because of the size difference that he incorporates.
I really like that you went there with it because, again, I agree with you. I love guard play, and I think we have some terrific matchups on the perimeter tonight. But Eastern Brown, the thing that jumps out at me with Coach Buechler and the identity of the program, they get going in the half-court set, and they run some flex, and they put their body on you. It's kind of an old-school way of physicality, and you're right. If with Vance and Dick down low, if they're not able to limit their touches, that could present some foul trouble for the Lions. And again, the Lions in their opener only went 16.
Yeah, it's not a team that has a whole lot of depth. And because of that, either one of these teams are going to be trying out a little bit of stuff that they haven't really tried so far on the year. So looking forward to that. As you know, it is important to remember this is only game 2 for both of these squads on the season. You know, when some teams are getting a little bit further into the season.
Looks like we're about ready to get going. Obviously, Eastern in their home whites, Fairfield in the road black. Matthew Dick jumping center for Eastern. It'll be Quentin McIntosh for the Lions. Officials check over one more time. They give the nod, and here we go. Ball up, and the back tap by McIntosh, and the Lions will earn first possession of the evening as Friend comes across the timeline.
Yeah, one of my favorite features here at Eastern. We get to be on the floor calling the game. Sometimes shielded off a little bit by the coaches, but you get a great feeling for what's going on the floor. Looking forward to this next 32 minutes.
Smith has it up top, looks to go one-on-one, gives way to McIntosh. Now they'll swing it all the way over to Friend. He'll use the Asherak string. Good patience from the Lions here on the opening possession. Hard drive to the baseline, it's Rice. He's cut off there, kicks it all the way back over left side. Smith will try a three, and he dials it up to get our scoring started this evening.
Yeah, if there's one guy on the floor you can't lose at the three-point line for Fairfield, it's Brody Smith. Caleb Rice, great job finding him. Smith gets his feet set, buries the triple to get us started.
Dotson advance, use a little two-man game, nothing there. They'll swing it over right side. Now Pinkerton has it. Pinkerton poked away from Smith. He's out into the open court all by himself, and he lays it in. He has 5 quick points as the Lions with a nice road start.
Yeah, what'd you say? Shook off, wants to shake off a rough opener. He's doing so far, so good for Brody Smith. 5 quick points.
Again, two-man game over on the left side. It's Pinkerton to the middle. He steps through, hits the cutting advance on the baseline. Had a good look at it, couldn't get it to go, and we're going to have our first foul of the evening.
I think it's going to be Asherak on it. Well, it's actually going to be McIntosh, so that could be a big one early on, but a good look, unable to get it to fall for the Warriors, but fortunate for them, they get the ball underneath.
Now they got it settled. We're going to go OB underneath. Chase Pinkerton will be the trigger man. Eastern Brown, a little box set. Wanted to get it in. Now they'll go backside corner. Dotson will try a three. No good. Good effort on the glass. There's the versatile Pinkerton, and he puts it back in to get Eastern on the board.
Yeah, he's got really good length. He finds the ball well off the glass, gets the board and the putback. First 2 points of the game for Eastern.
Smith working at the top there, kicks it in the corner. That's Rice for three. Asherak for three, too strong. Good rebound here from Vance, and we're going to have a foul. Looks like we're going to go the other way. They got Zach Asherak with the foul. So as you said, John, already 2 fouls, 1 apiece on the front line there for the Lions.
Yeah, it was a really good closeout and then go rebound from Braxton Vance on that play. Asherak just a little too aggressive.
Little run and jump there from Fairfield. Eastern Brown does a nice job sharing it. Hell no, Matthew Dick had a great look at it. Little strong and good oh, they went with the jump ball there, so the possession arrow is going to favor Eastern.
I was actually told that at school today by an official of like, hey, they're calling jump balls way faster this year. So that's one of the things, points of emphasis for this year.
Well, I think a lot of it, they think where some of the physicality comes from and some of the extracurricular. Just like that off the inbound. Great look for Raymer. He dials up a tripper, and we're even at 5.
Yeah, good look. Sometimes you run your best OB out of bounds to get a 3 in the corner. Raymer buries the triple.
Friend drives short corner, pulls up, no good. Pinkerton with the rebound. He'll look to push himself. Left-hand dribble down below the three-point line. Back door, nice share of the ball. Vance over to Matthew Dick, and he lays it in.
Yeah, nice 7-0 run. A good recovery after the first 5 points of the game for Brody Smith. Outstanding work by the Warriors to get back in this one.
Friend has it up top, gives to Smith. He goes deep three, and he's got it. Just like that, Brody Smith off to an incredible start here. 2 3 balls and an open court layup.
Yep, 3 for 3 from the field in that same time. Now we're going to pick up another foul on Fairfield. One of the things about Fairfield, you're really playing 6 dudes, so you got to be smart about the fouls. That one's going to be Caleb Rice's first, so you got 3 players with 1 foul each for the Lions. So you got to make some adjustments coming up here if you're Fairfield.
Pinkerton all the way out top. That's Dotson. Dotson will bring it back up top, try to get things set. Now they go over left side. It's Vance. Vance pressured there by Friend. Raymer has it over on the left side. Ball gets knocked away, comes back to Raymer's possession. Right now, Lions pretty good ball pressure, has Eastern a little bit out of rhythm. Now they come up, now they get into their normal flex set as they like to run here in the scrimmage area. Matthew Dick put the ball on the floor to the left hand and went up through some contact, got knocked out. They're going to say the Lions touched it last, so yet another OB under here for Eastern.
Yeah, they got a 3 in the corner on the last one. Let's see if they play off of this on this look.
Inbound Vance, his pass trying to hit Dotson, picked off there. Out come the Lions with it. Smith Baseline, floater, got it and one. And Brody Smith off to an outstanding start. John, I mentioned in the pregame, if fans weren't with us, he had a 3 of 13 night on opening night. He's coming off a sophomore campaign where he averaged 17 a night. You know that had to eat at him a little bit. And, man, he hasn't wasted any time putting his fingerprints all over this first quarter.
He's got all 10 points so far for Fairfield, and he's 4 for 4 from the line. That foul goes on Raymer. Good look ahead by Griffin Friend. 11 points now for Brody Smith and a 4-point lead for the Lions.
Following the good free throw, Lions up 4. Eastern back in possession of it. They go right side. That's Pinkerton coming off a high screen. Or Raymer, I'm sorry. Now they try to get down the post, and again, the ball pressure. Great effort from Caleb Rice. Outstanding, and goes diving over there. Teammates over there to pick him up, letting him know they appreciate that hustle. Seems a little banged up there. We're going to get our first sub of the night there, Lane Burgess.
Yeah, one of the things early on, we talked about how much we like being on the floor. It's hard to see some of the players on the floor, so we'll have it down by the end of the first on who's going where and whatnot, but outstanding effort from both sides so far.
Dotson gives way to Cluxton, who's into the game now. All the way out top, it's Vance. Vance tried to hit Pinkerton in the high post, and pass was too high, and it sails all the way out of bounds.
3 turnovers already for Eastern. That's one of the things that this Fairfield pressure is going to bring. They're only playing the 5 guys, so if they're going to bring that pressure, they're going to have to be in great shape, and it looks like they are so far in this first 4 minutes.
Friend goes elbow entry to McIntosh. Now gives way to Smith. He fumbles it momentarily, gets it back. Now off the high ball screen. Kicks it out. It's Friend. Friend goes behind the back. Hands it off there. Burgess getting good ball reversal all the way over to Rice. Rice up top. Has a little bit of a matchup. Penetrates. Now Smith has it over on the left side, and they're going to say he stepped on the sideline and turns it back over to the Warriors.
I know it ends up being a turnover, but I like the fact, even though he's 4 for 4 from the field, knocked out his free throw, he's not just firing it up. There's no heat checks so far. Could have fired one up from the sideline and maybe would have been better off than the turnover, but that's a maturity in his game, and I like seeing it so far.
Cluxton turns down the 3 ball on the wing with a good shot fake, and his drive baseline draws some contact. Going to have a foul, and again, the foul starting to really add up here on the Lions. Good news is, John, that everybody's only getting their first.
Yeah, only 1 apiece. 4 so far, but the next one will result in 2 shots for Eastern. And if they're struggling from the field, you don't want to give them a chance to get going at the line.
Here's Cluxton off of a set on the OB under. Had a good look at it, too strong. Pinkerton on the offensive glass once again. Kicks it opposite there to Vance. Vance on the jab step. Now over to Pinkerton. You tell Eastern Brown here, listening to their coaching staff, want to get the ball inside. Pinkerton gets it below the free throw line. Shot up, no good. Out comes McIntosh with the rebound. They'll look to push. Smith comes up the right side. Diagonal. Great effort by Matthew Dick to get back, and the Warriors calls a turnover.
Yeah, using those arms, Matthew Dick does a great job using that length to get the steal. Great hustle in transition.
Point guard Kane Dotson gets him pointed in the right direction. Little back door there. Nice help from Burgess. I think he got a piece of that shot. Pinkerton stays with it. He still got it down there. He backs in. Nice little post move, but they're going to say he shuffled the feet a little bit in doing so, and he turns it back over to the Lions.
Yeah, whenever you have that really good, patient game, you just got to make sure those feet are staying, because when you're patient, you move it a little bit slower, it's a little easier for the officials to make that call. Good call by our official on the baseline.
Friend brings it into the quarter court, gives way to McIntosh. Dotson denying hard on Brody Smith over there on that ball side. Now Smith has his hands on it. Between the legs, gives way to Friend. Now you've got the call from the bench. They get into a set. Rice will try a deep 3. Misses everything. Pinkerton with another rebound. He's off to a good start on the glass. Pinkerton down the middle. Little floater up and in.
Yeah, and there's the maturity in his game. Doesn't get too far, hits the little floater in the lane, cuts the lead down to 2.
Friend trying to get into McIntosh. He does. McIntosh, a little jump hook up off the glass. Good position from Quentin McIntosh as he scores his first bucket of the evening.
Yeah, good position, good finish, and good find by Griffin Friend, his third assist already of the contest.
Vance has it on the wing. Good pressure here from the Lions. Now over to Cluxton. Back up top, it's Dotson. Been real impressed with the quarter court defense of the Lions so far. If they can clean up the fouls, they've been pretty good defensively so far. Pinkerton off the screen, kicks it left side, Cluxton. Long jumper, no good. Great box out, McIntosh with another defensive rebound. Out come the Lions with it as Smith will look to push. Smith, head and shoulder, now pulls up 15 feet, too strong. Rebound, Cluxton of the Warriors. Back and forth we go. Dotson across the timeline. Drops it in the post, Matthew Dick. He'll go to a strong move, no good. McIntosh with another defensive rebound. Pretty good position there for McIntosh.
I think he may have gotten a hand on the shot as well. Great post defense by McIntosh.
Now they come over to the right side. That's Burgess. Back up top, Friend, and with 20 seconds to go, Lions would like to take the final shot of the quarter, and really they've played a good quarter. They could really finish it off here with another bucket. Left side, it's McIntosh. He fakes the handoff to Friend. Now he tried to get in and throw it away. Eastern's going to have a chance here at the buzzer. Pinkerton in the open court, spins back, shot up, and it's good. So the turnover really costly for the Lions. Eastern cashes in on the other end. And John, just as expected, an outstanding first quarter as we come to the end of it. Fairfield 13, Eastern 11. You're watching high school basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At North Fork Animal Clinic, we're more than your pet's health care. We're your neighbors. We combine top quality veterinary care with the availability you can count on, keeping tails wagging and pets thriving. And as proud supporters of youth sports in Southern Ohio, we're committed to helping our whole community grow strong. North Fork Animal Clinic, caring for pets, supporting our community.
For 175 years, the Glockner name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise from our family to yours.
Welcome back to Eastern High School. It's the Eastern Warriors Fairfield Lions here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. Shane Combs, John Bruce, glad you're with us. And John, that first quarter had several storylines. The hot start, Brody Smith. I thought Chase Pinkerton on the other side was good. Maybe a little foul trouble for Fairfield. Other than that, pretty even. It's even on the scoreboard here at a 13-11 advantage for Fairfield.
Yeah, Brody Smith was the story of the first, but I thought also Fairfield's defense was outstanding, causing the 4 turnovers and being able to hold the lead despite, well, they turned it over there, but being able to hold the lead despite only having 2 different players score because of how hot Brody Smith was early.
Starts second quarter there. Eastern picks the pressure up a little bit and forces the turnover. And now I think we've got blood on the right knee there of Chase Pinkerton, so he's going to have to come on over. They'll give him just a second.
It may need, well, I think, yeah. That's going to have to get taped up or something. Like, I mean,
now,
if you can get it taped up
in
real
fairness
quick,
to him,
yeah.
back in our playing day, that would have probably been good.
Right.
They're a little bit pickier on that nowadays. So we've got Jace Jennings entering the game here, the sophomore.
Yeah, I like the attempt. But, I mean, I think they said he had a minute, so he really could have gone over, wiped it, and maybe got a little tape put on it, Band-Aid put on it. But when you play as hard as Pinkerton does, those are going to happen from time to time.
Dotson got downhill there, and it looked like Asarak was on his hip there, and if that's on him, that's going to be his second. And, John, that's what we started to highlight there in that first quarter. That could be a big storyline here in the second quarter if it forces Fairfield deeper into the bench.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on for sure, because as you mentioned, they only played the 6 in the opener. See if they can go much further at all.
And I think they might have got him in from behind there. So give Kane Dotson a lot of credit. He's been strong with the basketball playing downhill, and as a result, they're going to go to Landon Hoskins off the bench here to replace him, and he's going to have to sit the rest of the half. And with 3 fouls, John, that's even going to impact the third quarter a little bit.
Yeah, and those situations, I know he's a kid who didn't play a whole lot of varsity last year, but in those situations, you just got to adjust to how they're calling the game, be a little tighter after that second one, as he's going to have to sit for quite some time now.
Out top, it was Dotson, got it over to Raymer. Now he drops it into the middle post there to Cluxton. Good job by Fairfield. Again, the pressure's been there. They just got to do it without fouling. Raymer up top, comes left side back to Dotson. Dotson will come. Now you should reject the screen, get it all the way to the rim, floater up. I think McIntosh changed the shot a little bit. Out come the Lions with it.
Yeah, one of the things for Eastern that we're not seeing a lot of looks, a lot of clean looks from the outside. That could be one of those kind of bugaboos for them throughout this year, is that unless they can find an outside shooter. I know they got a couple that are dealing with some injuries, but that may have to be them later on down the line.
Brody Smith on the drive ended up getting double teamed, and on the spin had it poked out of bounds. Fairfield will keep possession. They'll get the OB under. That Dotson matchup against Smith has been fun. Kane Dotson really trying to pick the pressure up a little bit after the Smith hot start in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's been a fun game so far to watch, and I think we're going to get Pinkerton in. Oh, I think that's good officiating there from the outside official. He sees Pinkerton coming up to the table and is able to get the sub in.
So Pinkerton back in. Fairfield basketball underneath. They run Smith all the way to the opposite corner. Now they'll throw it to him there. He'll try a 3-ball. Why not? Hot hand for Brody Smith continues. He dials up the triple.
Yeah, and that ball even gets deflected. They tried to run some action away from the action, and it didn't distract for Eastern at all, but Smith still catches and shoots. 14 points now out of the 16 for Fairfield for Brody Smith.
Pinkerton Cluxton with a 2-man game. Now Vance has it on the left wing. He'll go back up top. Pinkerton. Eastern's had some chances to throw it in the post, but just the Fairfield pressure has been really, really good. Now Cluxton spins away, frees himself up for a baseline jumper and knocks it down. Good-looking stroke there, Carter Cluxton.
Yeah, that's something we didn't see from him last year when we had him. We didn't see the game from facing the basket. He's done a nice job. 1 for 3 from the field so far, but he's looked pretty confident on all 3.
Smith has it out top, pressured there by Dotson, and they're going to go with the 5 count there and give Kane Dotson credit. Even with Smith scoring big here in the first half, Dotson's continued to make him work for it.
Yeah, something we've seen from Dotson coming up from JV to varsity over the last couple of seasons is that defensive intensity. Shows it there, does a great job to get the 5 count. 5th turnover for Fairfield.
Eastern with the basketball. They trail by 3. About 5:45 left first half here. Cluxton has it. Gets all the way into the paint. Shot up over McIntosh. Rolls around the rim and falls.
This is a tough score there from Carter Cluxton. Does a great job of getting into the paint and then adjusting his shot to get over the shot blocker and finishes in for 2. He's got the last 4 for Eastern.
Cluxton had 7 in their opening night win against Lynchburg. Back comes Fairfield. Rice has it on the left wing. He gives to Friend in the corner. His 3 too strong, and floor balance not there for Fairfield as they leak out, but great effort from Rice, and they're going to say knocked it off the leg to win a possession. John, that's a couple times now we've seen just pure effort from Rice make a difference.
Yeah, Caleb Rice has been outstanding so far. I don't know if he's going to do a ton of scoring, but those effort plays are winning plays as he makes an outstanding effort play there to win the possession after it looked like it was going to be a sure layup for Raymer on the other end.
Friend comes right side. That's Burgess. Up top, McIntosh. Now they try to get Friend just on the right wing. Shot fake. He drives hard, spins, kicks it out to the corner to Rice. Good close out there from Raymer. Now Friend has it. Drives downhill to the left hand. Lets the defender go by. Great body control. He lays it off the glass and in.
Yeah, and that's kind of that mature game I was talking about in the pregame. Is he can do it in a variety of ways. You think you got him stopped, and he's able to adjust his body and finishes. Back to a 3-point lead for Fairfield.
Pinkerton Cluxton 2-man, they lose it. Out comes Friend with it. Fairfield has some numbers. Friend all the way to the rim. Shot up no good. Missed opportunity. Now Eastern will try its chance in the open court. Nice shot fake. McIntosh goes up. Vance got him in the air, and now That's McIntosh's second, and as we said, the fouls are going to play a factor, and they certainly are. So going back to Landon Hoskins, the junior was given some solid minutes here in the first half as Fairfield's been forced to go 7 deep. John, as you mentioned, they only went 6 the whole game there in their 45-41 loss to Fayetteville on opening night.
Well, it's nice to see them going to that 7th right now, but at the same time, if you're Coach Friend, you don't really want to do it at this point, but ultimately leads to a missed free throw to start. But McIntosh, with that size, you can't test it in that, because if not, that's going to be something that Eastern would attack until he got that 3rd foul here in the first half.
Second free throw for Vance, no good. Cluxton wins a second opportunity. Now Pinkerton has it downhill. Up through contact, shot up with the left hand, and they'll count it. Fairfield doesn't love the call. There's certainly some contact on the bump there, and a great left hand and nice touch off the glass to get the old-fashioned 3 opportunity.
Yeah, first foul on Griffin Friend. That's 8 points now for Chase Pinkerton, and they're kind of matching each other on just kind of how they're going to attack the basket. Good work there by Chase Pinkerton.
Free throw up, no good. Rebound there from Hoskins. Out comes Fairfield with it. It's Friend.
0 for 3 now at the line are the Warriors.
Friend, right side Smith. He'll play off the ball screen. He'll try about a 16-footer. No good. Rebound Pinkerton, and got a little loose with the basketball. Great effort. Looked like Rice poked it away, and Friend, and guess who? Caleb Rice right in the middle of everything when it comes to hustle category here in the first half tonight.
Yeah, it's just one of those, like we said, winning plays. He's making these winning plays. You come off a missed shot. It looks like Pinkerton's going to get a run out, or at least get started into a break, and instead ends up being a turnover, and now Griffin Friend's got a chance for 2 at the line.
Griffin Friend, the junior, had 19 points in the opening night loss to Fayetteville. Also had 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Going back to his sophomore campaign a year ago, averaged about 11 a game.
Yeah, just a solid all-around player. He made a couple of really big shots in their district championship win over Federal Hockey when he was a freshman. So he's played some big-time minutes for them in different roles as well. Prime ball handler now for the Lions.
Knocks them both down. A 72% free throw shooter a year ago. He was 5 of 8 on opening night, and we're going to have a short timeout, so we'll go ahead and stay here. Yeah, so John, is every time Eastern looks like they start to settle in the game and push a little bit, Fairfield so far has had an answer, and a lot of it's been nothing more than just a little bit of effort and a little bit of just extra possession. Caleb Rice, we've highlighted him a little bit. Obviously, Friend has played really hard, but really across the board, it's been a really good team effort.
Yeah, I mean, Burgess and Hoskins have given them good minutes off the bench as well. So, I mean, it's been, Brody Smith doing a lot of the scoring, but Friend now with 4 points, and they're, just keeping Eastern at arm's length. They're not letting them get any momentum, not letting them get, feeling good because of that defensive effort Caleb Rice is giving them so far. It's just been outstanding effort from Fairfield, which when you've seen the Lions play over the last few years, you know that effort's coming no matter what.
Back to action, Eastern basketball. Dotson will clear it out and bring it up one-on-one. Now he'll come left side. That's Raymer. Raymer rips through, goes to the left hand. He's cut off there. Comes back out, Cluxton. Up top, it's Vance. Vance will look to go one-on-one against Friend. He spins, 15-footer, tough shot, no good. Rebound Rice of Fairfield. Rice will turn and bring it up. He's double-teamed there at half court, now gets it away to Friend. Friend, left side, that's Smith. He'll try a 3, all the way in and out. Vance with the rebound. Pinkerton will look to push. Pinkerton up the left side, will stop and go. The left hand again, hangs up on the rim and falls. Another tough left hand finish for Pinkerton. He's got Eastern within 1.
Yeah, 10 points now for Pinkerton, and by, you said tough finish, and that's maybe an understatement on that. Right now, though, Eastern's got to stop letting Brody Smith get those shots with his feet set. Almost buried another triple.
Now Smith has it out there. He'll drive, he'll spin, he'll shoot. No good. Cluxton with the rebound. Again, Pinkerton into the open court.
Like, that's a good look, but you want to make it hard on him.
He turns and brings it back to Cluxton, and he dials up a triple, and the junior enjoying a nice second quarter here as Eastern goes out in front 22-20.
He gets a big rebound on one end and gets fed on the other end with his feet set. 7 points now for Carter Cluxton off the bench for the Warriors.
Fairfield comes back. Eastern had started a run and jump there. They get out of it. Now they'll reset and play straight up. Smith to the left hand brings it back out. Rice is going to try a three from out top, and he dials it up. Caleb Rice gets involved in the scoring. Had 7 points on the opening night, on a tough night from the floor. Good to see him knock one down here early if you're rooting for the Lions.
Yeah, 7-0 run from Eastern. Calmed down by that three from Caleb Rice.
Cluxton will try to test the hot hand, and he still got it. Dials up a triple, and back and forth we go. Cluxton Rice playing a little anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, he just does a great job getting his feet set, and you could tell after he hit that first long two, the confidence was coming out. Buries the triple. 10 points now for Carter Cluxton.
Friend, shot fake, turns down the three, gets all the way into the middle. Great help from Raymer there, about had to steal. Now they do throw it away, and out comes Pinkerton with it. Into the open court, he spins, shot up, no good. Great effort there from Raymer following, and he's gonna get fouled. Good job of not quitting on the play by Samuel Raymer.
Well, and then really, I like the effort coming from, Brody Smith on the play as well. He thought he got the block clean, but because Raymer beats him to the ball, it's going to end up being 2 shots instead.
So it looks like they're going to have some subs here. First free throw, no good, and Zach Hasarak coming back into the game. Do we have him for 3 fouls?
He's got 3 fouls.
So that's rolling the dice here. 1:05 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, you're in good shape too. I don't know if I love it, just because if you get on a defensive possession and he picks up his 4th, then you're going to be kicking yourself.
Raymer will get a second free throw. Shot up. That one's good. 26-23. Warriors by 3. Coming up on a minute to play in the first half. Friend has it over on the left side. He'll try a three. All the way down, it rolls out. Rebound Raymer of Eastern. So 50-some seconds to go. Let's see how patient Eastern decides to go with it. Raymer has it all the way out top there, and
that was
someone away from the ball there.
Well, I think there's a little bit of craftiness to that. Like, they're acting like they don't like it. There's no way that wasn't on purpose. Like, he is digging into him, fouling. They were fouling the entire way down the court. And, I mean, I don't know if they were trying to buy one on that, but, I mean, they also could really be trying to sell it because they're really struggling from the free throw line right now. 1 for 6 now are the Warriors.
Well, it's a big factor, up 3. Chance to obviously extend that a little bit more, been unable to convert. Second free throw up, that's also no good. And again, Carter Cluxton, great effort, knocks it out of bounds.
By the way, I was also told that was a rule now where you can almost hack a shack. And I feel like that's what that was. Now, let's see if Fairfield slows down to get the last shot to where they don't have to worry about defense again, because, you got Griffin Friend with 2 fouls now as well.
I was going to say, the problem with that strategy there is that's Friend's second, so the fouls continue to add up on your starters, and they're going to say Asherak started the feed a little quick there in the travel. So now with 30 seconds to go, Eastern has the basketball, and they're going to make a quick sub here, I assume, for Asherak with the 3 fouls. Yes, so they run Hoskins back into the game defensively. And so with 30 seconds to go, let's see if Eastern's able to play for the final shot. Fairfield is going to extend the floor a little bit. They'll bring Rice up on Dotson. Dotson will bring it up one-on-one. Dotson over there on the right side. Finger now at top, it's Cluxton. They're going to drop it in the post. Matthew Dick on the drop step, and they tried to get Friend all the way around. Good job of post of holding him off and getting the easy bucket. All the way across to Smith. Smith creates a little space and dials up a triple, and every time Fairfield's needed an answer, they've been able to get one, and oftentimes it's been in the form of Brody Smith.
Yeah, Brody Smith has been outstanding. Not single-handedly why they're in this game, but a big reason why they are in this game, despite some foul trouble and then some loose possessions there late. Huge shot from Brody Smith to take him into the half, only down 2.
Well, it's been everything we expected here at Eastern High School. We go to the half with Eastern head by 2, 28-26 over Fairfield. Shane Combs, John Bruce. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back here at halftime to recap that first half, make some adjustments into the second half for what should be an outstanding third and fourth quarter. You are listening to Boys Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news. Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
At North Fork Animal Clinic, we're more than your pet's health care. We're your neighbors. We combine top quality veterinary care with the availability you can count on, keeping tails wagging and pets thriving. And as proud supporters of youth sports in Southern Ohio, we're committed to helping our whole community grow strong. North Fork Animal Clinic, caring for pets, supporting our community.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Rathkamp Financial is a comprehensive financial services firm committed to helping our clients improve their long-term financial success. Our customized programs seek to grow, protect, and conserve our clients' wealth by delivering personalized service and expertise. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member, FINRA SIPC. Please call us at 740-775-1040 to schedule a consultation.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget, as well as 60 months, 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the SHAC Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place. And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
Experience the hometown Chevrolet difference. Check out our huge selection of Silverado trucks, Equinox SUVs, and the latest Chevy models. Priced to move and ready to hit the road today. Plus, with the Hometown Advantage, you get free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no extra cost. That's real value and real peace of mind. Your hometown Chevrolet is proud to be your trusted local dealer of new and pre-owned inventory, delivering unbeatable deals and top-notch service. Visit us today at 501 West Emmett Avenue in Waverly or start shopping online at yourhometownchevy.com.
For 175 years, the Glockner name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise from our family to yours.
Have you experienced simply brilliant fiber internet? Yeah, that's Glow Fiber. Lightning fast internet that keeps up with your busy life. A reliable fiber-to-the-home network whether you're working, learning, playing, or streaming. And best of all, Glow Fiber has real local support from real people who are happy to talk to you. And switch now for your first month free. Faster, more reliable fiber internet with real local support. Glow Fiber. Simply brilliant.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Welcome back to Eastern High School here at halftime. Shane Combs, John Bruce coming to you live on Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by Ohio Health. Appreciate you sitting back and watching with us this evening. It's been an outstanding Southern Hills Athletic Conference battle with Eastern and Fairfield. And you look back into the first quarter, John, I thought it was a really fast start for Fairfield, and they were able to build a little bit of a cushion behind the hot hand of Brody Smith. But slowly but surely, I thought foul trouble started to settle in. Fairfield did lead 13-11 after the first quarter, but as that foul trouble started to linger into the second quarter, it forced them a little deeper into their bench. I know McIntosh had some minutes cut. Asherak had some minutes cut. Even Griffin Friend, who stayed on the floor but did pick up his second there late. Eastern Brown was able to jump out in front, and they lead at 28-26. If you're Eastern, probably the one thing you would nitpick at is you probably haven't converted at the free throw line the way you'd like to. But nonetheless, as expected, this was going to be a tight back-and-forth type of game, and that's what we've had. Take us through the numbers and give us a feel for what the stats tell us about the first half.
Well, for Fairfield, Brody Smith was outstanding. He was 6 for 10 from the field, 4 or 5 from deep for 17 points. Just outstanding. Now, you also want to say he is 100% a pure scorer because he has no other stats. But he's put the 17 points on the board. He's done a really good job for him there. Caleb Bryce with 3 points. I feel like he's played a really good floor game for them. 4 points, 4 assists for Griffin Friend. Zach Asherak, 3 fouls in the first half. Really has to watch out. Griffin Friend with 2. Quentin McIntosh, 2 points, 3 rebounds. Didn't play a whole lot because of foul trouble. They were 9 of 19 from the field, knocking down 5 threes in the first half, and then a couple free throws as well for the Lions. Now, for the Lions, one thing also, if you notice, Coach Quentin Williams isn't here tonight. At home, just dealing with some stuff. He should be back here shortly, and we look forward to seeing him and his energy back on the sideline as soon as possible. So best well wishes to him.
I always love watching him coach. I know 2023 Coach of the Year in the conference there. Just does a super job. Hope to see him back real soon.
Yep. And 100% agree with you there, Shane. So for Eastern, they made a nice little run there late in the half. A lot of that was led by Carter Cluxton off the bench. 10 points, 4 rebounds, knocked down back-to-back triples for them late in the half to give them the lead. At one point, Caleb Bryce gave Fairfield a short-term lead, and then Cluxton knocked down a 3 that extended the lead back out. So 10 points, 4 rebounds for him off the bench. Matthew Dick with 4 points, had a big layup there late in the half to extend the lead from 3 to 5 and shook off the Brody Smith 3 to end the quarter. Chase Pinkerton, 10 points, 7 rebounds. He's 5 of 9 from the field so far. The 7 rebounds for the point guard has been outstanding. He's been all over the court just making things happen. Sam Raymer with 4 points. And then 2 players that have not scored, Braxton Vance and Kane Dotson, have given them some really good defensive minutes so far on this night for Eastern. They're 12 of 23 from the field, but as you mentioned, 1 of 7 from the line.
Ouch.
6 turnovers for Eastern, 7 for Fairfield. So looking forward to what should be a little cleaner second half. We only had 1 timeout taken as well, so could be a little longer of a half because that one felt like it was very quick. And we got a listener in from Windham, Minnesota, so we welcome you in. Wherever you're at, we appreciate you tuning in to watch these 2 outstanding teams in some Tuesday night SHACtion.
Well, you look back, too, the thing that jumped out at me, I thought Brody Smith, Caleb Rice, and Griffin Friend really applied some nice ball pressure. Lane Burgess did as well when he was in. But a lot of the foul trouble had come down to the inability to wrap it up on the defensive glass. I know Eastern out-rebounded Lynchburg 33-20, and they're winning that opener, so that's something Eastern Brown can certainly do, is get on that offensive glass. So we open the second half, back to action here. It's Vance with a 3 at the top, no good, and just like we're talking about, Matthew Dick on the offensive glass with the putback, and John, I was just highlighting that statistic. It's really, really been a factor here this evening.
Yeah, and it's something that, that's going to factor in for a lot of games for Fairfield throughout the year.
Woo. Tough shot. Griffin Friend kind of takes on about 2 or 3 defenders, spins into his spot, rises up, knocks it down.
Yeah, good offense, better than good defense on that possession. Griffin Friend now with 6 points on the early going here in the second half.
Pinkerton against the trap, gives way to Vance. He'll try another 3. That one's no good. Another offensive rebound. I think that was the point guard Dotson that got down there and pulled it.
I think that one's going to be on.
Oh, that's McIntosh. That's his
that's
third.
a big one. And I think he's trying to say, he wasn't even in position on the play, but because of the shot from Vance going up, gives his team a chance off the glass, causing another foul on the Lions.
Raymer over it to Pinkerton, tried to throw it down in the post. It was knocked out of bounds. So, again, you've got a couple guys, and Asherak and McIntosh on the floor with the 3 fouls. Going to have to be
and look at that. But look at that coaching right there. Of, hey, we're forcing it in right now. Their guys got 3. We got to try to get him a 4th. Almost do so there, but good help side defense by McIntosh.
Dotson drops it down in. Matthew Dick on the drop step. Great look at it on the jump hook, and there's a better box out, better position. As a result, you get the foul going the other way.
Yeah, and it's just good position. And unfortunately, when you miss that short shot by Matthew Dick, sometimes you chase after it, knowing that it came off your hands a little hard, leading to the foul.
Certainly, Ode, you were talking about it. Certainly the right thing to do, to pound it down there and try to draw that forward. Back comes Fairfield now. Eastern's going to extend the defense a little bit. Smith, the diagonal all the way down to Rice to break the pressure. Rice drives hard to the baseline. Baseline kick to Asherak, and I think he just lost it out of bounds. Yeah, it's going to be turned over, back over to the Warriors.
They're going to be the 8th turnover for Fairfield.
Going to have a sub, didn't get to the table in time here, so they're going to have to play on. And again, just trying to protect some of that foul trouble. Dotson has it into the quarter court now. He's guarded there by Rice. Trying to get it down low, and the flex action, as you'll see Eastern Brown running the scrimmage area oftentimes. Now Vance has it. Shot fake at about 14 feet. Now it's Dotson. Dotson on the drive. Kicks it back out. Cluxton gets to 15 feet, rises up, shot. That's short. Again, Matthew Dick on the offensive glass and the putback, and again, the offensive glass continues to be a big factor for the Warriors.
Yeah, the officials have shown if you get position, they're going to give you the call. But if you don't get position, then Matthew Dick's going to reach over and get you that putback.
Off of the press breaker, Eastern's forced to flatten out a little bit. Griffin Friend steps into a triple, and he knocks it down.
9 points now for the junior point guard. Starting to get going from the outside.
Dotson drops it in. Dick draws the double team. Now he throws it out to the corner. That was a 3 ball there from Pinkerton. No good, and I think they got Pinkerton a little aggressive following his shot.
Yeah, no one knows where a shot is going to be missed by more than a shooter. As Pinkerton sees that shot's going to go short, so he crashes the boards hard. But because Brody Smith gets in position, he gets called for the foul, his second.
Lane Burgess returns to the Fairfield lineup. Raymer back into the lineup for the Warriors. Friend brings it up. Drives hard to the left hand, spins back to the middle, pulls up from about 13 feet, and they're going to say he got hit on the arm. And I like the aggressive offensive start from Friend here in the third quarter. He's going to get a chance to go to the free throw line.
Well, after you had Brody Smith get going so much in that first half, you know they're going to do a little bit extra to take him away. So you let Griffin Friend get going a little bit now if you're Fairfield. Makes it a lot more difficult to guard having the two guys that are hot.
Friend's first free throw. That one's good. Still perfect on the night. Again, as I said earlier when he made a trip to the charity stripe, 72% last year as a sophomore. He did miss 3 of them on opening night, 5 of 8. Second free throw good. Friend in the double digits, as you said, John, and starting to get that 1-2 punch that Smith and Friend can provide. They run and jump, and Burgess had a great chance, but just unable to secure the steal, and as a result, Cluxton gets free from the left corner and dials up the triple.
Yeah, when he gets his feet set, he's pretty deadly from the outside, buries the triple.
Friend gets to the middle. He creates a wide open 3 look for Rice, too strong. Out come the Warriors with it.
Rice now 1 for 3 from the outside. Had buried his last one, so not a bad look, just a little long.
Dotson trying to drop it in the post there. The Cluxton, he wasn't able to hold off the defender.
Well, that's what makes Cluxton so difficult. Last year, he was a lot more of a back-to-the-basket effort guy inside. A lot more of an effort guy. Now, he's shown that he can bury the triple from the outside, so he's still got that back-to-the-basket game left.
All the way out top, it's Cluxton. He gives way to Dotson. Dotson into the post. They draw the double team. Now back out Vance trying to go baseline. I think he stepped on the end line.
That's their first turnover of the half and first since about midway through the second quarter, as they'd been a lot more efficient offensively before that. Just good defense there, taking off where he wanted to cut and bumping him to that baseline.
Fairfield trails by 2 with the basketball. Friend drives hard to the left hand, gets it down low. Shot up there by McIntosh was blocked. I was screened out. I didn't see who got it. And then as Cluxton hits the floor, he's going to get called from the travel.
I think Quentin McIntosh may have gotten a little bit of a break there, as he may have helped Carter Cluxton go to the court, but not called. And because of that, it's going to end up with a baseline out of bounds here.
Friend trying to throw it in. McIntosh couldn't handle it. Out comes Dotson into the open court. Gives way to Cluxton, and as he shot fakes and goes baseline, he started to feed a little quick, and the travel. So John a little bit sloppy back and forth here, is starting to trade some turnovers.
Yeah, just getting going a little bit too fast. Both teams like to play quick, but what is it? Be quick, but don't hurry.
That's it.
Like,
play fast, but don't hurry.
Yeah.
Burgess off the ball screen. I don't think Smith's taken a shot here in the first 4 minutes. Dotson's done a pretty good job of limiting touches.
He has not.
McIntosh has it up top. Now Friend has it on the left side. He'll drive hard into the middle. Now gives way to Rice. Rice to Burgess. Now Smith gets a touch. Comes off the dribble. He's double teamed there. Kicks it back out. Friend's able to run down the loose ball, and Fairfield keeps possession. Now Friend rejects the ball screen, crosses over the left hand, pull-up jumper, no good. 3 bodies go flying on the rebound opportunity. I think they've said the Warriors touched it last.
Yeah, and one of the things, when you're on the court, you can really hear it. Coach Buechler not saying anything about the physicality. He's just saying, go rebound. Yeah. Get a body on someone, go get the ball. Well, don't worry about what the officials are going to call. If you do your job, it doesn't matter because you're taking care of the ball.
Great catch from Burgess to save the possession. He penetrates in. He throws it over there to Smith. 3 ball, no good. Fight on the glass. McIntosh comes up with it, puts it in. Great effort all the way around. And that's just a 1-2 right there from Quentin McIntosh. Raymer coming back the other way. Drives into the middle. Kicks it out. Cluxton. He thought about a 3. Now we'll give way to Pinkerton. Pinkerton comes off, and I think they got Smith reaching in there.
Yeah, you mentioned the want-to on that end. That was just an effort thing. And it's, you know how the game's starting to get cold, so just put that full effort in, get to the glass, and because of that, keeping the play alive, Quentin McIntosh is able to tie it up with his second basket of the game.
Tied at 35. Try a left side three. That was Raymer, no good. Great hustle from Rice to run down the rebound. Up comes Smith with it. Smith crosses over to the left hand, all the way down. Fade away, no good. Now a leak out. Here comes Pinkerton in the open court. Tried to stop and let him go by. Lost his footing. Back the other way we go. Now Smith drives hard to the left, reverses on the other side and lays it in. Nice job of using the rim as the protector against the shot blocker.
Yeah, you got the long arms of Matthew Dick, and does a great job of using the rim, as you said.
Again, we got some slipping all over the place. Out comes Smith again. Draws the body a little bit there and going to get a trip to the free throw line. But again, down here on this end, we've got 2 or 3 guys losing their footing. That's something they're going to have to be careful of.
Yeah, we're going to see a timeout.
Timeout on the floor, 37-35. Fairfield leads. It'll be a full step aside with them. You're listening to boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Rathkamp Financial is a comprehensive financial services firm committed to helping our clients improve their long-term financial success. Our customized programs seek to grow, protect, and conserve our clients' wealth by delivering personalized service and expertise. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member, FINRA SIPC. Please call us at 740-775-1040 to schedule a consultation.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Welcome back, Eastern High School. Shane Combs, John Bruce. Appreciate you watching here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority this evening, presented by Ohio Health. We're inside the Southern Hills Athletic Conference, and boy, has it been a good one. Eastern and Fairfield, back and forth we go. Fairfield, as of right now, 2 points better. Going to have Brody Smith, who's working on a pretty big-time night, heading to the free throw line.
He's 1 for 1 so far at the night. He's only taken a couple shots here in the second half. Both were jumpers, but then he goes baseline and finishes with that up and under to get himself going again. A couple slips by Eastern. And right now, Fairfield taking full advantage of it. 20 points now for Brody Smith on only 13 shot attempts.
Ironically, a young man that shot at 45% from the three-point line, only shot at 58% from the free throw line a year ago, but he knocks down 2 there, and way too good a stroke for that percentage not to come up here in his junior campaign.
Yeah, I had mentioned he had such a good game against Lynchburg last year in one of our first streams. He was awful at the free throw line in that game, so I don't know what this call is exactly. Warning, okay. Yeah, I was wondering, like, is that an intentional? Is it technical? But you just can't wave your hand in front of the eyes. You can't do the old John Cena, you can't see me, or Tony Yayo. I don't remember which one he got it from, but you know, we'll miss John Cena as of Saturday night. So I know you're a big fan as well. So I know me and Dewey could talk about it the entire game, but we'll get back to SHACtion here.
All the way to backcourt, it's Raymer. Eastern trails by 4. They have the basketball. Raymer drives to the left hand. Now into the flex. We'll screen the screener look. Good job there, denying from Smith. Smith's been good defensively throughout the evening. Now Bird just guarding Cluxton. Try to get it up to Pinkerton. Smith about had a steal. Now they knock it away. Good defensive possession for Fairfield. Out comes Smith with it. Smith into the open court. And they're going to say he took the extra step before kicking it out to the corner.
Like, he got lucky that the defender didn't just let him get into him because he threw the off arm out, so could have got a charge there as well. But you mentioned the defense from Fairfield. Since they've turned it up defensively, 5 turnovers for Eastern in this, all in about the last 3 minutes of action.
Vance into the middle, he spins, he turns, he shoots, no good. Inside position for McIntosh. Bodies flying, and I think we're going to have 1st and 10 in the favor of Fairfield.
A great effort there by McIntosh and for Chase Pinkerton to lay out for that one, but ultimately goes in favor of Fairfield. Get a chance to make this into either a 6 or a 7-point lead. We'll see where they go on this possession.
Eastern extends the floor again. Rice and Friend in a good timeout. Going to save a possession here. Let's see if they go with the short one. You want to stay here. And, the 39-35 Fairfield in front. And I feel like here in the third quarter, John, even through the foul trouble, it has not deterred the effort of Fairfield at all. Man, they played really, really hard, and it's allowed them to withstand some of the Eastern pushes throughout the evening.
Yeah, it's when you play hard, it gives you a chance at all times. So the fact that they aren't quitting on any plays at all, you mentioned the 1-2 earlier on getting the putback, and that kind of started all of that. Was that Quentin McIntosh putback, and then you have Brody Smith hit a reverse, then he hits a couple free throws, up by 4 when they had been just kind of hanging around after they got kind of cold from the field. And now, because of that effort, they're in this game, and it looks like they're going to be in it for the entirety of the game, if not win it. Great effort that you're used to seeing from Fairfield anyway. And now, obviously, Eastern giving us, a similar effort as well.
Oh, no question.
Yeah, but because of that, one of the great things about the Shack is the effort and, how hard they're going to play for each other and their communities. And we're seeing that so far tonight. So this may have been a strategic, we've seen some of those, you and your volleyball coverage, especially seen of the strategic squeegee work of like, hey, we're playing five people, like, oh man, we spilled a drink. Oh no, you guys got extra towels. We'll test it out, and you might want to see if that towel has any condensation to it at all, just to test it out.
Now we're back to action with Fairfield in possession. Friend has it. Now across top line and they pick it off. Dotson out in the open court, lays it up off the glass and in.
First 2 points for Kane Dotson coming. Some really good effort there coming off the ball. Help side defense as the trapping is coming.
Another takeaway. The run and jump out of the timeout causing some problems, and Pinkerton lays it in. We're tied at 39.
Just fantastic adjustments by Coach Bugler. Has helped get his team, and then obviously by his team, to tie this game back up without having to get a rebound, because that's one of the places they've struggled, is on the offensive glass recently.
Now Smith has it out top. He takes on the double team. He hits Burgess, and Burgess ends up moving his feet for the travel. And since the timeout, they've gone to a little bit of a run and jump right around the half-court area, and it's caused 3 consecutive turnovers, as we'll get Landon Hoskins back into the game here, replacing Burgess.
26 seconds left here in the quarter. The 3 straight turnovers coming out of that timeout, where they used the timeout to save a turnover, has tied this game up, and now Eastern with a chance to take the lead going into the 4th.
See if they hold for the last shot here, where it's 15 and counting. Dotson has it up top, gives way to Pinkerton. Pinkerton guarded closely by Smith.
Fairfield has 2 fouls to give.
Smith pokes it away from behind, goes all the way out of bounds down on the baseline. So 6.6 to shoot. We're going to have Eastern underneath its own basket. It'll be Pinkerton to throw it in. They're bringing Raymer all the way off. Now they drop Matthew Dick into the middle against the double team. He goes up through contact. Let's see who they get there. If you're Fairfield, you'd probably be Friend instead of McIntosh, but I think they're going to get McIntosh. And is that number 4?
Number 4, and they're going to say he's shooting. So that's a big-time call.
Matthew Dick had 12 points in their win over Lynchburg. Now at the line here tonight, shot no good. And the struggles for Eastern at the charity stripe continue.
Yeah, the fact you're fouling isn't the biggest deal right there, because 1 for 8 at the line now. But you also don't want to lose your best interior defender for at least probably the next 4 minutes.
There's a made free throw. Eastern goes back up 1. Inbound, Friend from 3/4 court will let it fly. Hits the backboard, no good, and we arrive at the end of the third quarter. Man, it's been a good one. Back and forth, Eastern 40, Fairfield 39. Stay with us. You're watching boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Experience the hometown Chevrolet difference. Check out our huge selection of Silverado trucks, Equinox SUVs, and the latest Chevy models. Priced to move and ready to hit the road today. Plus, with the Hometown Advantage, you get free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no extra cost. That's real value and real peace of mind. Your hometown Chevrolet is proud to be your trusted local dealer of new and pre-owned inventory, delivering unbeatable deals and top-notch service. Visit us today at 501 West Emmett Avenue in Waverly, or start shopping online at yourhometownchevy.com.
Our employees certainly get the credit for that growth. The relationships that they build, people want to deal with people they can trust, they know, feel connected to. And I think that's where a community bank such as Kingston really shines. The color of money is the same no matter where you go, but I think the people behind it is what makes the difference. Having the empathy to understand what's going on in someone's business or personal lives and how you might be able to help it. I think our customers expect that, want that, and truthfully, they deserve that.
Welcome back to Eastern High School. Looking forward to this fourth quarter, John, as Eastern 40, Fairfield 39. It's been everything we expected it would be, and we're going to start the fourth and final quarter with Fairfield in possession of the basketball, and Coach Friend over on the Fairfield side got a decision to make on how long he's going to let McIntosh sit there with the 4 fouls. Not always an easy call.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't miss about the coaching.
Friend downhill, up through contact. He goes ahead and scores it anyway and puts his team back up one at 41-40.
But then you say, well, there's one of the things you do miss is seeing kids make those just outstanding individual plays. 13 points now for Griffin Friend.
Pinkerton back to Dotson. You can tell there's a big focus to get the ball inside. Cluxton down on the block. Excuse me, that was Vance down on the block. A strong move and lays it in.
Yeah, good work there just to get the ball to one of your bigs inside. He goes to work with the size advantage and scores.
Smith into the middle, drops it off. Blocked by Vance. Dotson hustles, bodies onto the floor, and I think we're going to have a jump ball, and that will favor Eastern because remember, Fairfield just started the quarter with the basketball.
Yeah, it's just an outstanding 2 possessions in a row there by Braxton Vance, as it looked like he was nowhere near being able to block that shot. Makes a great play after scoring, and then helps win the loose ball on the floor to maintain possession. Just outstanding effort by the senior, Braxton Vance.
Carter Cluxton returns to the Eastern lineup, replacing Rama. Fairfield will pick up in the full court, applying a little bit of the ball pressure. Dotson will clear it out, go one-on-one against Caleb Rice. Dotson across the timeline, goes left side. That's Pinkerton. Pinkerton turns down the ball screen, gets it all the way down to the block. He loses it for a minute, gets it back. Now Cluxton, he'll try an elbow jumper, no good. Rebound Smith of Fairfield. He turns and pushes it behind the back. Left side, that's Burgess. He makes the extra pass. Rice thought about the 3, now Friend has it. 6:30 remaining in the game. Eastern by 1. Friend up top. Off a ball screen there from Smith. He'll pop. Now Friend drives hard to the left hand all the way to the rim. And they're going to say through the contact he traveled.
Yeah, that's just really good on-ball defense by Kane Dotson. As they make the switch, and he immediately just goes into bulldog mode, making things harder on Griffin Friend, who just on the jump stop shuffles the feet. One beat too much. 14th turnover for the Lions.
Pinkerton right side on the dribble entry. Wants to try to get it down on the post. Outstanding defense there from Hoskins. Now they get it into Matthew Dick. He drops steps, up strong off the glass, and good.
Yeah, just outstanding work. Matthew Dick does a great job getting to the basket.
Friend all the way into the middle. And again on the stop, they're going to say he slid the foot. Another travel. So at 44-41, Eastern up 3. They'll be in possession of the basketball. Pinkerton has it.
Yeah, and right now you really got to have outstanding defense by the guards to not just let such an easy post entry, as great job there defensively by Hoskins to do just that.
Dotson has it up top. Now they go to Cluxton. Cluxton drives hard to the right hand. He spins back. Great help from Smith. They have him trapped in the short corner. Now he gives way. Pinkerton spins out of it. I think we're going to have a foul before the shot.
Yeah, not the worst foul there, because, I mean, at some point you're going to have to give them.
Hoskins.
And plus it takes away from giving up an easy basket there. First foul for Hoskins.
Pinkerton will be the inbounder. Fairfield there on the backside. That was Vance, a nice little wrinkle on the OB under. He popped open on that backside block, and as he goes up through, he draws the contact, going to go to the free throw line. Let's see who they get here on the foul.
Yeah, I've really liked watching the creativity of these baseline out of bounds from both teams. It's going to be the third foul on Brody Smith. 2 of 9 now at the line are the Warriors. Make that 3 for 10.
Yes, so Vance. Hey, good. It's a slow start for Vance tonight offensively. Remember, he was their leading scorer, 17 points in that Lynchburg win. But here, as you move into the fourth quarter, he's starting to show some signs.
Yeah, only 3 points, but he had that big putback basket, and then he gets a big stop.
And on the miss, there is Cluxton, right man, right spot, putback basket, and all of a sudden, biggest lead of the night, Eastern by 6.
Yeah, you're going to need to get McIntosh in quickly if you're Fairfield, as they're doing so here.
Smith will try a deep 3, and that's a quick way to cut a 6-point lead in half as he dials up a deep triple.
Yeah, 24 now for Brody Smith.
All the way to the baseline, cut off there by Hoskins. Now Cluxton had the happy feet, and he travels. So again, some of this is just the fundamental footwork, but a lot of it, John, is the intensity's picked up, the speed of the game's picked up, and it's caused some turnover.
Yeah, going a little quick. It was a good decision by Coach Friend. I'm over here signaling for the timeout because I'm like, hey, you got to get your guy back in. He lets the play go, leads to a turnover because his defense stepped it up with a big-time stop. See if Fairfield can put it back together, get this game back tied.
Now McIntosh has it, playing with the 4 fouls, hands off to Smith. Smith will try another 3. That one's no good. Dick with the rebound, gives way to Dotson. Dotson will start to slow it down now a little bit. Now gives to Pinkerton. Pinkerton all the way into the paint. His left-hand baby hook, no good. Fight for the loose ball. And I think they said the Warriors touched it last, and it's going to go the other way.
Yeah, I think it was probably a little bit of because McIntosh had some inside position. So because he has the inside position, they say that the outside man knocks it out of bounds. Going to go back to Fairfield. A tough shot on the last possession, but I don't mind it so much because of how hot Brody Smith's been from the outside.
Friend off a high ball screen. Now he skips it all the way across. Burgess will try a 3. What a big shot. Lane Burgess had his feet set, and Friend was able to create it.
His first shot attempt of the game. And Burgess knocks down the triple. A 6-0 run now for Fairfield, and we've got a tie game once again.
2-man game coming off the wing. Pinkerton picks it up, throws it down in the middle post to Matthew Dick. He's working against McIntosh. Remember, he's got 4 fouls. And we're going to have a timeout here on the floor. It's a short one, so we'll stay here. And that was an interesting, they ended up getting the ball into the post, probably a step or 2 off where they wanted it, but I thought what was interesting in the way the timeout bailed out McIntosh because there was a lot of contact starting to force there, playing with the 4 fouls. That could have gone the wrong way for Fairfield.
Yeah, and one of the things you really like about what this Fairfield team's done, but also you maybe don't love in that situation is they're playing just as hard no matter.
Yeah, they play hard.
What their situation is. So McIntosh maybe not realizing he's about 15 feet away from the basket with a back-to-the-basket guy. You're in good position, but he was being so aggressive. I do understand the timeout, though, because now you're going to get a chance, get a good baseline OB drawn up, and also, maybe it saves you from taking a wild shot there with a guy who's not used to being in those positions. 3:51 left to play. We've got an outstanding game here tonight in Winchester.
They have, John, you're right. They have lost a couple guys on the backside of. Let's see what Eastern dials up out of the timeout here. Cluxton ball side. He's going to try a corner 3. What a pure stroke. Big time shot. Carter Cluxton puts his team back up 3.
Yeah, and because you've lost guys on the backside, they're paying a little more attention to it, and Cluxton just steps out, buries the triple. He's going to be an issue this season.
Friend hands it off to Smith. Smith tries a deep 3. Great extra effort for McIntosh. I thought he was trying to go back up with it. Let's see when they felt like the contact arrived to see if he's going to shoot it.
Yeah, I agree with the call there because it looked like he was trying to go up so quick with it.
I agree.
I think this has been a pretty well officiated game.
No question.
The only thing I would like to see was maybe after the first slip earlier in that third quarter, but really you're letting the play go. McIntosh misses the first, but because you're letting the play go, there's such a good flow to this game, despite the fact that we're having fouls called, but it's because that's just how the game's being played.
McIntosh's second free throw, no good. Rebound Vance of Eastern Brown. So Eastern up 3 with the basketball, 3:25 to play. Dotson gives way to Cluxton. Cluxton and Vance will play 2-man game. Great on-ball pressure from Burgess there. Now Pinkerton has it. Pinkerton.
By the way,
to Dotson.
Cluxton 4 of 5 from 3 now on the night. Have fun with that on your scouting report from now on, coaches.
Now he has it. He gives way to Vance. Vance driving. Baseline cut off there by Friend. Now Cluxton in the middle, all the way to the rim and lays it in. Carter Cluxton showing off the full offensive arsenal.
20 now for Carter Cluxton off the bench.
Back out Friend. Fairfield trails by 5 with the basketball, coming up about 2:40 to play. Rice has it on the left side. Rice gives way to Smith. Smith hands it off to Friend. Friend drives hard to the right, spins to the middle, shot up over the contest, no good. Rebound Cluxton. Dotson has it. Coach Bucco asking him to take some time, take some clock.
And Friend, for as great as floor vision as he had Smith opening up a little bit on the outside on that possession as well. 4th foul now on Brody Smith, so that's something to really keep your eyes on. 2:16 to play. You want him to keep being aggressive, but man, if you lose him, he's one of those big-time scorers. I think you're going to get the timeout.
It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take them with it. Eastern leads it by 5. You're watching boys basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the SHAC Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Welcome back, Eastern High School. John, a little game of runs here as Eastern Brown 47-41, and then Smith and Burgess knock down threes to tie it at 47. Then Raymer gets involved. He shows off the 3 in the corner and then the drive and score. So here we are, 52-47. Eastern in possession of the basketball. Now it's all about ball security, and at some point they're going to have to convert it at the free throw line.
Yeah, they've struggled at the line, but a big offensive rebound by Carter Cluxton off the last miss maybe eases Coach Buechler's mind a little bit.
Vance has it, and as he tried to pivot to throw the diagonal down to Matthew Dick, they said he changed the pivot foot.
What a ridiculous play, though. That was such a beautiful execution for everything but the extra step. I mean, that opened up like the Red Sea for Matthew Dick to have a wide open layup, but just one step too many.
Friend waves the ball screen away from Smith. Now wants the one from McIntosh. Now he tries to get the McIntosh on the roll. Great catch in traffic. And as a result, it's going to draw a foul. John, that was a big-time catch to avoid a turnover.
Yeah, and that was a really high traffic area inside in the paint. Second foul on Braxton Vance. This is a must-score situation here for
Rice sneaks down low. They get it into him. Back out McIntosh. Bird just makes the extra pass. Friend for three. Had a great look at it. No good. Big rebound for Pinkerton. He's had a big night on the glass. Draws the double team. Gives away to Dotson. Now Dotson splits. Gets it all the way out in the open court. Drops the bounce pass to Cluxton. Nice patient. Shot fake up. And that's going to be McIntosh's fifth. And just great basketball IQ for Carter Cluxton in terms of what he was trying to accomplish.
Well, you mentioned the IQ, but it was Braxton Vance.
Vance, I'm sorry. Vance had it in the post.
But he gets it out. Pinkerton breaks the pressure, getting it to his other guard. He pushes up. Instead of forcing a quick shot, he sees he's got McIntosh on Vance's back, so then he just feeds his guy, lets Vance go to work. Not a great free throw shooter, but he's able to use his back-to-the-basket skills to pick up the fifth foul on Quentin McIntosh. A huge play in this ballgame.
Braxton Vance at the free throw line. First shot up good.
And then that makes it even better for them.
John, we talk about point guard play all the time. I've been real impressed in the second half about Kane Dotson's ability to understand what Coach Buechler is wanting in terms of throwing the ball inside and wearing down the depth of Fairfield.
Well, we always talk about coach's kids. I mean, his dad is a longtime assistant on the girls' side. So, I mean, obviously a coach's kid there as well. So, outstanding effort from Kane Dotson so far tonight.
Friend has it and gives way to Burgess, now to Smith. Smith trying to find some room, gets it to Friend. Back out, Burgess will try a three. Misses it short. Vance had it momentarily, now lost it. Now Friend has it. Friend thought about a three, and on the drive, certainly Cluxton put the hands on him. That's a good call.
Now something to watch for. I don't want to say this too loud because we're so close to Coach Buechler. 2 years ago, this was a 7-point game with about a minute left. Fairfield ends up tying it, forces overtime, and gets the win to keep a, at the time, perfect season alive. So, I mean,
yeah, you probably don't need to remind me.
Yeah, I'm just not going to say it too loud, but it was one of the better games I've seen, and that's going to be
great basketball IQ there from Smith. Again, why not? You're being held. Showcase it just a little bit more, draw attention to it. Now, from this point on, you'll be getting to the free throw line.
And you got a baseline out of bounds instead of a sideline out of bounds where teams are better from the baseline. This is going to be a good time out here from Coach Buechler.
They both caught it at the same time, and they were begging the other one to use theirs. So we'll stay here. 54-47, Eastern by 7. And John, 3 possessions when you look at a minute 6 to play. You can get to 2 or 3 here, but you've got to be able to put some points on the board and get this. And then here's the other strategy. With so many starters in the foul trouble, one already fouled out, do you go to your bench a little bit to try to use some fouls? Because, again, you're running out of spaces to give them. What Smith has 4. So you guys got to be real careful where you're using them.
See, if it was McIntosh, I'd say yes, but not with Smith, just because if you get a quick change out of it, you want to keep him on the court because you only got the 1 timeout left now. So with only 1 timeout left, you have the possession arrow if you're Fairfield. I think you keep him on the court, but keep him into like a center field. Make it to where
his teammates have to be aware that he can't give it.
Yeah.
So right now, you got to be over there talking about who you want to send to the free throw line.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, with the guys that are going out there, I really think the one you don't foul is Carter Cluxton because he's been so hot from the outside. Dotson hasn't shot any, so maybe you consider that. But I think any of the other ones you just foul quick, as long as it's not Birdie Smith.
Appreciate the officials always checking with the media. Yeah, we appreciate that.
I threw my hands up at one point. I think he thought we were still on. I screwed that up.
All the way out top there, that's Rice. Rice comes to Friend. Friend trying to break free. Now gets it out to Smith. Smith, step back 3. He gets hit after. He knocks it down anyway. Big time 3, and he's saying, Coach Friend saying he didn't call a timeout. Wow. So he's saying he didn't call the timeout. It's going to be his final one. So 54-50. So give Smith the 3 ball. After the official signaled it, he's saying that he didn't.
Yeah, but this is good assistant coaching here. You just got to get to him and talk because it's – and good officiating here as well because, I mean, you hear it, from the bench. You hear it from the bench. It gets called. Now you just got to reconvene.
So at 54-50, now here's the kicker on that. So now you have no ability to stop the clock the rest of the way out. So you did get the 3 ball. You cut it to 4. So you're going to have to pick up in the full court. And again, you have to be aware of who is giving the foul and who are you fouling. So a lot of coaches like to get aggressive, maybe go for a steal, and then if you happen to give the foul, so be it. So a lot of strategy going on here in both huddles.
Yeah, and then also one of the biggest things you got to do in this huddle is have that assistant saying, just reminding constantly, we don't have any timeouts. We're out of timeouts. We're out of timeouts. You cannot stop the clock. 56.7 left. There's a ton of time to play, though. But if you can't strategize, it makes things a little tougher.
Gets it into Dotson, and Rice will give the foul.
And I don't know if, you want to foul the point guard, but that was obviously the strategy. You give it up quick, and good job by Caleb Rice to give it up fast. And we've talked about this a little bit. Sometimes you just extend the game. You extend the game. Now you only have really one guy you can foul with, or one guy you can't foul with in this situation because it is Smith. But you got to make sure your other guys, when we foul, we go for the ball. We're not doing anything extra, no extra pushing, anything like that. If we're going to stop the clock, we've got to make sure we're going for the ball. Big time shot there from Kane Dotson.
Dotson knocks it down. I do like that, that was only Rice's second foul, and I do like that they used it quick to extend the game. Even if he does make this one, it's still a 2-possession game. Second free throw up. That one's good.
Check him off of you don't want to foul.
Inbound to Friend. Friend comes up off the ball screen. Stop and go. Now spins into the middle. Makes the extra pass out. Burgess will try a 3. No good. Rice with the rebound. Back out Smith. Smith gets a really good look at it. No good. Great effort from Burgess on the offensive glass. But I think on the contact, we're going to get a foul. Let's see, the foul's going to be on Burgess, I believe. Let's see the shooter that they're going to send in.
I believe it's going to be Cluxton. Vance went to the line, so maybe it was Vance. But I also like that as a senior, to just run to the line like that.
So now at 56-50. If he's able to get one of these, John, to push this back to 3 possession. If you're Fairfield, you start to run out of possessions. First free throw good.
Well, and also one of the things, you like him running to the line as a senior, but also he knocked down his last 2. So he's feeling good on that as well. I thought it was Cluxton, but with how quickly he got up, and we've got him mixed up all game long anyway. But I think that says a lot about what both of their games have been tonight.
Knocks down both free throws. Into Burgess, back to Friend here. Fairfield's going to have to go quick. They need at least 3 possessions. Friend will try a deep 3, and he banks it in. 58-53, they have no timeouts. Eastern trying to get it in, and now Coach Buechler will use one. I think he was afraid they weren't going to get it in, and rather than risk the turnover, better to just organize yourself.
Yeah, and I think one of the things here, 24.2 to play. Something I feel like, and maybe they missed on the last one, was the ball gets in. You can try to get a jump ball because you have the arrow if you are Fairfield, but you can't take a lot of time to do it. So maybe that would have been something last time where they're doing it. So that's something, any coaches watching, just remember you have that as one of your many options here. But I think for Fairfield, you don't even consider who you're fouling. You just gotta, if you're gonna foul, you gotta do it quick. But I would still there's a couple guys I think you try to force the ball to. I think you make it to where Brody Smith maybe is on the ball instead of possibly being one of the guys to foul, but we will see here.
So Rice is going to be matched up on Dotson.
I also like him being in center field.
Good denial all the way around. Now Dotson gets it in. Dotson picks it up, comes back to Cluxton, swings it over to Vance, playing a little keep away. Now Burgess will give the foul. So 18.7. Fairfield will have an opportunity to win 2 more possessions, so the free throw shooting really becomes the X factor here.
Yeah, now Vance missed 3 of his first 4 at the line, but has made his last 4 since then. So he's really started to pick up. Didn't score before the 4th quarter as well. He's had a really nice 4th here.
First free throw is up, and that one's good. Been a real confident stroke here in the fourth quarter, you're right.
Yeah, 8 points now for Braxton Vance, all in the fourth quarter. 2 timeouts left for Eastern.
Second free throw. That one's also good, and they're going to go ahead and use the timeout. It's going to be a full one. We'll step away with them. Eastern leads it by 7, 18.7 seconds to play. Don't go anywhere. You're watching boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
For 175 years, the Glockner name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise from our family to yours.
Welcome back, Shane Combs, John Bruce. Tuesday night, boys basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health, inside the Southern Hills Athletic Conference, and it's been everything we hoped it would be and then some, as Eastern and Fairfield just slugging it out back and forth, and it's going to be an uphill battle here for Fairfield, but they do have possession of the basketball, but they trail by 7. Friend, got to go quick. Right-hand dribble behind the back, steps back, lets a 3 fly. No good. Inside rebound there for Vance, and he's going to go back to the free throw line, and that's pretty much going to put a capper on it.
But we talked about this during that short break, was like this has been a game that the final score is not going to be indicative of how this game has been, as this has been a back-and-forth contest throughout. Really fun game. It's probably going to end up being about a 9-point game, but I feel really good about this Fairfield team at this point. They just got to find maybe a 4th guy. But I really like the effort and energy they've played with, even with McIntosh being out for a large portion of this game. But I also love Braxton Vance, 10 points all in the fourth quarter.
John, you look back to last year, both these teams averaged right around that 55 to 57 mark on the offensive end, very capable, and as Vance continues some nice free throw shooting. Smith's going to bring it up and going to try to throw one last 3 ball up in the air. It's going to be no good, and Vance will secure the rebound, and that's going to do it. Eastern 62, Fairfield 53. What an incredible SHAC contest that ended up coming all the way down to the wire, and Eastern was able to take care of the basketball and put it away at the free throw line. Fans, make sure you stay with us. We're going to have plenty here on the post game, and we'll let you know what's coming up here on SOSA the rest of the week. You've been watching boys basketball at Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget, as well as 60 months 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news. Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Have you experienced simply brilliant fiber internet? Yeah, that's Glow Fiber. Lightning fast internet that keeps up with your busy life. A reliable fiber-to-the-home network, whether you're working, learning, playing, or streaming. And best of all, Glow Fiber has real local support from real people who are happy to talk to you. And switch now for your first month free. Faster, more reliable fiber internet with real local support. Glow Fiber. Simply brilliant.
Welcome back here to Eastern High School. Shane Combs, John Bruce. Post game, it was a really, really good one. Eastern defeats Fairfield 62-53, and it was Fairfield that got off to the fast start. They led at 13-11 at the end of the first quarter. As foul trouble started to settle in the second quarter, they were able to kind of hang in there. Eastern was able to get out in front and go into the locker room with the 28-26 advantage. Third quarter was just a back-and-forth slugfest. Eastern Brown would eventually lead at 40-39 after three, and then in that stretch in the fourth quarter, Eastern had opened up a 6-point lead, 47-41. Burgess and Smith hit back-to-back threes for the Lions, tied at 47. Then it was Cluxton that got going. He hits the three off the inbounds play. He drives it to the hole, and down the stretch, it was the senior Braxton Vance just living at the free throw line. And John, where they had struggled from the free throw line throughout the evening, he kind of cleaned that up and did a real good job. I know you'll share that with us in the numbers as we go here. So again, they pull away, a little deceiving, as we said, 62-53. That's the way basketball works sometimes when you have to foul and then the team makes some free throws. But this was basically a 1 to 2 possession game, back and forth. And again, give Eastern a lot of credit as they improved to 2-0. Fairfield drops to 0-2, a really good 0-2 basketball team. Tough draw out of the gate here playing Fayetteville and Eastern. They're going to be just fine as they move forward. I think we watched two really good basketball teams here tonight. Take us through the numbers there and tell us what the stats say.
Yeah, just as you said, just two really good basketball teams here today. And really the biggest one, Eastern in the fourth quarter, 11 for 12 from the line. I mean, just when you needed it, they were able to focus in. They got the two right shooters at the line, and they buried them. And that was the difference in the game at the end, was they were able to maintain possessions. So I had mentioned a couple times, I think it was halfway through the third, with about 4.5 minutes left, they picked up their first turnover of the second half. They had 5 within the next 3 minutes. After that, they only had 2 turnovers. So besides that 3-minute span, they were really efficient with the ball. And overall, the 13 turnovers, I think, really just says how quality they were handling the ball for the most part. You had a couple spurts where they had some foul trouble, but overall were really solid overall. So just kind of going through the numbers, 12 points for Chase Pinkerton. 10 of those came in the first half. He also had 8 rebounds on the night, rebounding really well from his guard position. 11 points for Braxton Vance, all in the fourth quarter, including knocking down his last 8 free throws at the stripe in winning time. The senior steps to the line and was outright running to the line to make sure he got there because he knew he was the right man in those spots. 6 rebounds as well for Braxton Vance, a really nice outing for him. Matthew Dick with 9 points. I thought he did a really good job of protecting the rim. He was really good overall for them. 4 points from Sam Raymer, and then 4 points from Kane Dotson, and that's not even mentioning, Jace Jennings gave some a couple good minutes for them as well. But Carter Cluxton, 20 points off the bench, including 4 of 5 from 3. He missed his first, and then he hit his next 4. Was outstanding for them. He also had 7 rebounds. Carter Cluxton, if we gave a player of the game, I would say would be our player of the game for tonight's game from Eastern, because you may be looking at the other side for the player of the game as well. Fairfield, man, what a night for Brody Smith. 27 points, was just outstanding. Didn't shoot the ball as well in the second half, but man, he got off to such a hot start. And then Kane Dotson did an outstanding job for Eastern of tracking him all over the court, making life difficult for him. And still a testament to how outstanding he was. 27 points for Brody Smith. The junior, as you said, they'll be just fine. 14 points, 6 assists for Griffin Friend on the night. He had 4 points from Quentin McIntosh before he fouled out. 3 points from Lane Burgess and also from Caleb Rice. I think we're missing 2 points in there, which I think would be Griffin Friend's as well, because as we've gone over throughout this season, not the best subject for me is math. So 16 points for Griffin Friend. I thought despite the foul trouble, Zach Asherak gave some good minutes, and I thought Landon Hoskins did as well. So I like what this Fairfield team has. You had the two big scorers, but then you just got to have McIntosh stay out of foul trouble. But I thought they attacked him really well, made things a lot more difficult in a tough matchup for him overall.
John, as you're going through that, I made some notes here, and the guy that just jumps out at me all over the page is Kane Dotson. When you look back, what did you say Smith had at halftime of the 27?
17.
And even in the first half, he was working hard. Smith was hitting some incredible shots, but he just made him work, and he just made him work, and he just made him work, and he never quit on it into the second half. Kind of making Fairfield have to go somewhere else for the offense. And then I was real impressed. We were fortunate enough here to be sitting close to the Eastern bench tonight and hearing some of the calls from the bench. I was so impressed. This is something I've always loved in basketball, is that coach-point guard relationship. Kane Dotson has such an understanding of what Coach Buechler wants. And when the point guard has that, there was an emphasis on pounding the ball inside. And as a result, that really ended up continuing to kind of chop down the tree, if you would, in terms of the foul trouble that ended up kind of being the final piece of the puzzle as far as Eastern getting over the hump. Your thoughts on Kane Dotson this season?
Well, you mentioned it with 1:30 left. Instead of attacking the basket, they really had a 4-on-2, but one of the two was McIntosh, and he was on. Braxton Vance had him on his back. So instead of forcing a shot or maybe even going for the layup, he knows, hey, we're trying to get this guy out of the game. He does a great job, and then Vance did the rest. But man, I thought Dotson was outstanding defensively, and then really handling the ball. And then he does step to the line, buries 2 free throws, and that's what you want out of your point guard. I feel like these guys fill their role so well. And then, like you said, what a treat it was listening to Coach Buechler and his staff over here. That out-of-bounds play where Vance did shuffle was one of the better sideline out-of-bounds plays I've seen over the last few years of doing this. If I go back on the sideline, it's going to be stealing that one for sure.
So Fairfield drops to 0-2. That they will go to Manchester on Friday night. On Saturday, they'll go to Lucasville Valley. Next Tuesday, they'll return home to see Ripley. For these Eastern Warriors on Saturday, really good non-conference matchup at Waverly, and then next week they'll enjoy a couple home SHAC opponents. White Oak and West Union will come visiting here to Eastern High School. So John, I'll give you a last word here. Talk to us about where we're going to be this week and what people need to be looking for on SOSA.
On SOSA, you'll look for a rundown of this game, probably out sometime tomorrow. Maybe Thursday, because we're not streaming either of those two games. But Friday night, we've got our first Kingston National Bank SVC game of the week, which is going to be Paint Valley at Adena. So that should be a really fun one over there in Frankfort. That Adena team's played really well, and it seems like the Paint Valley team starting to find their footing a little bit. Very young team over there. So 2 new coaches also to the area, so good to get eyes out on there. And then we got a really big one on the girls' side on Saturday night. In Portsmouth, you've got Mount Notre Dame, an 8-time state champion, taking on the defending Division 5 state champions in Portsmouth. Portsmouth with Sienna Allen, an Ohio University commit. You got KK Mays, who's going to go on and play at Shawnee State. And then you've got a really talented group of underclassmen that are sure to be playing elsewhere after their high school careers as well. So this should be a really talented game down there. You got a lot of really good events in the area as well. Got the Battle of the 740 this weekend down at Shawnee State. And then at the downtown gymnasium, if you can't be there, it's going to be streamed. But get there in person. That's going to be an outstanding game if you can't watch us here on SOSA.
Well, sounds good. As always, thank you so much to Kenneth Hay, the incredible talent of Kenneth there on not just the computer, but the camera, and just getting us set up and always making us look and sound as good as possible.
Well, and then also, we were told when we got here that there was something they could do extra to kind of help out our feet if we needed it. Everything was going great, and then right as we came on, it started to get really choppy. So I ran over, and man, the people here at Eastern are so good. They hurried up and got us, and it was perfect by game time. Like, we went over with it was about 12 minutes left. They get their tech person, they get us taken care of, and that's the kind of stuff you really like about this, about our job, making things a little bit easier on us, and just having people ready just makes things just that much better. And that's one of the reasons why we like to get out and get to these different places. So we really appreciate what Eastern was able to do for us tonight to make sure that our fans were able to watch, or the fans were able to watch the game as well.
Well said. And again, thank you to Eastern and for all the hospitality. So on that note, we're going to.
Well, and also, once again, get well soon to Coach Williams as well.
Absolutely. And again, such a passionate young man. The way he works for the kids and the program, does a great job. And yeah, we're thanking him. I want to see him back on the sidelines. I'm glad you threw that in there for sure.
I got one more. Our Raymond Gleedle was here tonight.
Nice.
Check those pictures out, because those are going to be outstanding pictures of what he was able to get from this contest.
No question. That's a must-see when he starts taking the camera place to place. Anything else?
I'm good.
All right. Hey, on that note, it's been all kinds of fun. Thank you to Kenneth Hay. Thank you, John Bruce. I'm Shane Combs. Final score for the final time. Eastern beats Fairfield 62-53. So long, everyone.